Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here,
And Monkey.
and tonight, talking
What
Mr.
are we doing?
Banks. We're talking Mr.
That's what we're
Banks.
doing.
That,
That is
that's what
what
we're
we are
doing. Yeah,
doing. Hmm.
indeed. That's
Okay.
what we're doing. We're talking Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Indubitably.
Monkey, how have you been?
Sick.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yes. I'm definitely much more recovered now, but
Ooh, let me see your
fuck.
shirt. Is that? I assume that's the musical.
Yeah, it was from a
Nice,
stage version, yeah.
nice.
Whenever we get to the Disney theatrical show, I'll definitely
Yeah, we're behind on the theater geeks, but we have plans. We have plans.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Oh,
do.
speaking of which, I'm just gonna ask you on air because we don't have time to ask stuff. Like I literally have to jump immediately into Christmas in
Oh,
July.
yeah.
So, did you hear that J.K. Rowling is doing the Harry Potter sequel
Like
as a
about his
stage
parents,
production?
right?
No,
Yeah, the
it's a
thing about his
sequel.
parents.
It's a sequel. I thought it was
Is
a
that it?
sequel about the son.
Weird.
That's what I thought it was.
I thought it was something about James and Lily.
Okay,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is, it's a continuation of the Harry Potter franchise. And I think some way, somehow, we need to cover it on Theater Geeks.
Fair enough.
Eventually! Okay, anyways, Monkey. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Theater Geeks. But it's been a while, and I'm itching to do another one. So
No, we're
we need to
not.
get back on that.
Although I think the last time I was on the thing we were talking about was in a way somewhat related to another Theater Geeks we
That's
did,
true. That's true.
which
Peter
might have been the last
Pan.
one, actually.
I'm pretty sure it was. It probably was. That
That's
was a
the
while
last Theater Geeks. Oh, what's wrong with you? You
We haven't
only
had a single Theater Geeks in 2015.
you only
Oh.
Monkey. You only go on this ride when it's relevant to your daily things.
Okay. So what ride is that, Monkey?
Peter Pan's Flight at Disneyland, California.
You sound so thrilled.
Do I?
Okay, so so we saw last year Alice in Wonderland got the new dark ride treatment with fancy new projection effects and everything, and
it turned out Peter Pan was next.
Peter Pan was next. Yes, indeed. So Monkey, I'm gonna tell you right now, based on my reactions from the ride through, from the videos and everything, I gotta say I think while the upgrades that they did do look fantastic, I think overall there's less new stuff in it than Alice.
It's probably safe to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that is safe to say.
Okay, so we'll get to it when we get to it, but it's kind of funny. It's, I'm just going to say it right now. This is really funny, and it's like a huge mistake. It's like, so Disney, like, I'm not saying don't put money and effort into the London and volcano scenes, but we've talked about this before. Those are the two scenes that are already the best scenes in the ride. And those are the scenes that get by far the most attention. And then it's, excuse my language, the same shitty ending.
Yeah.
They do nothing to spruce up the ending. Nothing. It's like literally like after the pirate ship, you're going to have to point out anything that's new because I, for the life of me, couldn't see anything.
Okay.
All right, so let's go through it. First off, is there anything new in the queue?
Not that I know of.
Nope.
I think maybe some new paint.
New paint? Yeah. All right. How's that look?
Repainting looks fine. Good as
Alright.
new. Looks fine.
I'm jealous of you Disney folks because I have my Six Flags season pass, and it's been years since some of those buildings and coasters have been painted. So don't take a good paint job for granted. Appreciate it.
I'll try and remember that.
Because for me, like when a Six Flags coaster gets repainted, it's literally like a new ride. It's that exciting. I'm not even joking. Look, like Scream at Magic Mountain, that just got repainted.
Oh yeah, it did.
And it looks beautiful. And it used to look like absolute crap. And now it looks like something that looks halfway presentable. And it's a better ride because of it. All right, anyways. So take us through. So So
the nursery.
I assume they repainted the ships, right?
I think it's still I think they're still the same as they were from whenever it
Okay.
was they got upgraded, the ships a few years back, a while back.
Oh well, I didn't even. I probably haven't
Yeah,
been
like
since
they
they.
upgraded the ships a while back to like so that be a little bigger and better, so like they could hold 4 people. Although something they did do, I think they made the ships for this refurb, they made them quieter.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good because that's always been a problem because it's like,
Hmm.
you're supposed to be soaring along and then it's like. Okay, so just take us through, Monkey. Take us on your verbal ride through, if you will.
Okay, I'll try and do it as quick as possible. So we go into the nursery, and all the lighting's a little different, looks a little more dim and a bit more nighttime, and we get probably the big change of the ride, the hyped up new nursery scene.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because like ever
Only
since they
Disney
announced it,
fans
what
can say that. The hyped up new nursery scene.
that seemed to be that seemed to be the big thing they were advertising, like there's gonna be a new nursery scene. And it's kind of interesting for me because like from the moment they announced it and like with the concept art, I had like no idea how they were gonna do it. Was it? And now I know how they did it. So there's like new figures of the Darling children floating, and there's projections of pixie dust being sprinkled on them, and Peter Pan's shadow leaping up and flying off.
A really, really good projection effect. I'm sure it looks great in person. It looked really good in the
Uh,
video.
for the record, I've only gotten to do this once so far, so
Okay, so it might be a
still
little
pretty
easy,
initial. Yeah,
especially
I mean,
because the ride itself goes by so fast.
yeah, was it? Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at YouTube videos since, but indeed,
Sure, sure.
I have to say, Wendy, she looks off.
I'd have to go back and see it again.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
it like Ariel bad?
well, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't mind Ariel too much, but it's like the face looks.
Well, I'm talking about like first incarnation Ariel before they fixed her up.
Um, I mean, I never minded Ariel too much,
Okay,
so
okay.
well, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like I remember when I was a young child, there was a period of time I was kind of scared off the ride because the characters, like especially in the nursery scene, creeped me out a little.
I can totally see that. Yeah, there's a little bit of
And these new ones are
of
still
an
a little on the
uncanny
creepy
valley
side,
going on.
Wendy especially.
Yeah, yeah. um,
So,
yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I was definitely afraid of the dark rides too, just because I had no idea what was in them, and I was like,
of course.
I don't know.
Yeah, so then
I
you
should
go
have at least
outside.
done Peter Pan because I think I would have handled Peter Pan. Because
Hmm,
what's the worst that happens in that ride? It's like, oh no, we're flying over the pirate ship.
I guess, yeah. Or drop.
Right, right.
Okay, so you
All
go
right, anyways.
outside and you pat, and there's a projection of Tinkerbell goes by. That's a wonderful touch.
Nice.
And you fly over London,
And how
which
does that look? Because it looks amazing. What do you think?
interesting. I mean, I think I kind of preferred the more darkish painted hues of the past compared to all the brightness now. But again, I was, there's so much to take in, and so
I
maybe
mean,
I'll have
there's a lot more detail. There's a lot more vivid color.
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like there's a ton more clouds.
I'm not sure if how the cloud count is different, if it is. But but anyway, so and
Forget
there's
it,
also
Jake. This is Cloud Town.
and then on Big Ben on one of the clock sides of the clock, there's a little animation of Peter and the Darlings landing on the arm.
That's nice.
Yes, he says,
Can you
"Look,
see the
Squid."
exit sign like really easily in that room? Because I remember that was a problem.
I remember you saying that. I forgot all about
Yeah.
it till just now. I've never thought about that.
I don't know. For me, it was a big issue. It's just like, oh, you can fly. You can fly. Look, we're flying over London. An exit sign. Hey,
Yeah.
just so you know, we're in a building and you can exit. It's right there, guys.
Anyway, so, and then like where they used to have the, well, I think they moved that moon to somewhere else in the room, like,
Okay, right.
and then so then where that and the stars used to be, there's a screen of the stars and they become Neverland,
Mm.
and it does look the most like a screen, but I don't know, it's not too bothersome for me at least.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So then into Neverland.
Yeah, and there were a lot of subtle touches here that I really liked. It still
Yeah,
kind of keeps the
like
core of the room.
yeah, it was like
Um,
boat goes into the room. I see the projected water going down the side of the
which is
mountain,
so
like big
freaking
open
cool.
mouth smile on my face. Yeah,
How long did you
like
have to wait for this, by the way?
well, I got there when they opened, so once I actually got to the line, I only ended up waiting like maybe 25 minutes ish. But by the time
Oh,
I
25 minutes ish. That's really impressive for Peter Pan.
well again I got well again I got there when they opened.
Right,
Like
right.
even as I was in line, I was filling up. Like when I got in
Oh
line,
yeah, sure,
they
sure.
already had a sign out saying 70 minutes,
Oh God.
better than
Which was
400.
probably just because like so many people were coming in so fast that it probably hit
Yeah,
70 minutes very soon.
right. Yeah, apparently there were AP previews the last couple days, which I didn't know till Monday, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
recovering, so I couldn't
Night of the
exactly
Moon.
go to those. I mean, come on, Disney. I'm an entitled AP. Cater to me and my sick body, my recovering body.
You filthy AP holder. I'm glad you're giving into my joke. You're giving into the stereotype, monkey. Become one of them. Embrace your inner AP,
I
monkey.
can't believe they
Embrace
let
it.
that bolt show.
Right.
Anyway, so Neverland. So new touch. I'm pretty sure they added it for this refurb in. So you know in the ride there's that one little dip you have.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's because the pirate ship fires at you.
Oh, really?
Like
Oh, cool.
there's a little cannon light, and you hear the cannon, and then that's when you do the dip.
Oh, I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's way better handled than the ship firing at you in Florida.
Uh-huh.
'Cause like because of the whole continue on the mover like loading motion, such with everybody going through at once. So
Right,
because of
right.
that, you keep hearing "Fire, Mr. Smee." You keep
Fire,
hearing,
Mr. Smith!
you keep hearing that every few seconds
God.
as you
Oh,
go through the
God.
Neverland room.
Oh, that sounds kind of bad.
Of course, that room's a bit more expansive than the one here, so
Yeah, yeah.
yes, you have that. You have the water is
What about the
looks like
lava?
I think the lava also. I don't know if I got a good look at the lava.
I'm pretty sure it's new. I'm pretty sure it's like a projection now.
If it sings Hawaiian music,
Oh God, yeah, don't go there. We'll
okay,
talk
so
about that another time. You know I love it.
mhm. Anyway, so you go towards where Tiger Lily is, and I was wondering this when I went on it, and apparently I was right. It's a new Tiger Lily.
Yeah, I
I don't
noticed
know
that.
why,
Right.
but
And
you
then
have
for
the
my money, that's about where the new stuff ends, unless you can point anything out.
let's see. Well, there's water projected around Tiger Lily.
Okay.
That's a great touch, and I guess there's water also below you as you approach the ship.
Did you notice it?
Tiger Lily's definitely by the ship, maybe.
Hmm. So it's not that pronounced.
Yeah, I mean Tiger Lily's isn't easy to miss. I mean, Tiger Lily's is hard to miss. I mean,
Well, I
like
mean, with Tiger Lily, it's definitely like the water is the whole kind of effect of the scene. So yeah.
yeah. So there. So I guess with Peter and Hook fighting, I guess their weapons are actually closer to each other now. Is that sarcastic?
Yes.
Yeah. So when when they take control of the ship and it's gonna and Ting sprinkles it, there is a sort of pixie dust thing now. Like they project the little things of pixie dust, and there's also something above the ship, kind of like that old avalanche falling snow thing that used to be in the Matterhorn. So, which looks kind of neat. Maybe the waterfall door protection is different. I don't know. Then when you pass by the mermaids, there's some little protected waterfalls along their mountains.
Isn't there a rainbow too?
In the mermaid one?
Yeah.
You mean a protected rainbow?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought I saw one.
Well, from videos I've seen, I guess all the sparkling lights on and from the leaving golden ship are supposed to still be there, but they weren't on this morning.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just Peter Pan's flight is like Wall-E. It's brilliant in the first half, and then it kind of falls apart. And frankly, I don't think there's any way to change that outside of just getting rid of that final, it's just a really rushed ending where it's like, oh, flying over the ship, and then boom, the racist Indians, and then boom, the crocodile, and boom, the mermaids. It's like all in a row. And I think what you would have to do is you would have to just get rid of that whole third room and just redo it. And maybe redo it into like one big Skull Rock scene.
Yeah, isn't that kind of what it was originally?
Yeah, I think in the original ride it was, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wish they would have done something like that. I don't know. I understand the time constraints and everything. You want to get it done by the 60th. I understand all that. But I don't know. I just, like, that ride is just inherently flawed because of that second half. Because the second half is just like, and it's just because that space is so limited. So with the second half, of course, you're going to be rushed. But like I said, I don't think they should try to do so much in that second half. I certainly don't think the racist Indians should be in that ride at all. I mean, as fun as they are to make fun of, they're just pointless and they waste space. I mean, really, they just kind of show up and they're just racist. I'm frankly surprised they're still there. Frankly, I honestly expected them to be taken out. But I don't know. It is what it is. So, out of 10 Captain Hook's hands, what would you give it?
Let's say very favorable.
No, come on, give me a number.
Okay, let's say, I don't know, 8?
8?
Yeah.
All right, you get an 8. All right.
Yeah, I really like what they did with it. Honestly, I like this touch-up a little more than the Alice one, I think, because
I just think the Alice one has more to it, though. I mean, I think with the Alice one, there's new stuff all the way through it.
Of course. But I also really like the, I guess you could say, subtleties of this one, how it's just little subtle enhancements, like using...
That's true.
Like using projection.
It's two different things, for sure.
Yeah, it's like using projection effects really well, like your whole spice instead of a main ingredient thing.
True. Very good point.
Yeah, I feel.
Anyways, Monkey. Anyways, take us out.
Case, either way, go ahead. Either way, ET is still better, cooler.
All right.
If I may, I'm gonna say.
Freaking Rob Alvey, he was literally bragging like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Universal Japan and ride ET and Jaws and Back to the Future."
They don't have ET there anymore.
Oh, they don't?
No, they took it out and it was. Well, they have a little museum about the ride in honor of it being removed. But yeah, they.
I'm sorry, Rob, if you're somehow watching this. I don't want to misquote you. So you were just bragging about like, "Oh, I get to go on Jaws and Back to the Future." So that's not quite as bad.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, Monkey, take us out on a Christopher Walken line.
Well, okay, so, well, out of these dark rides with the upgrades, the next one should be Pinocchio, because it has the potential for an upgrade like this. And with the other two, Snow White already did this years ago. There's a thing or two you can maybe do, but they already did stuff. And with Toad, I'm not sure. They're just doing the weird character redesigns, but...
Toad is probably... Christopher, would you agree that Toad is the hardest one to do?
Yeah, I would, which must be why they're doing these character redesigns, which is apparently still ongoing. And yeah. Hello?
Apple pudding and Cracker Jacks. I'm gonna destroy the country. Bears.